Hey again, guys. So I promised you another thingo this weekend, although I did more or less say everything I wanted to last time. It is now Monday, making it the 7th of April of 2025, and I'm going to take the opportunity of doing two in a weekend. I said all the news I wanted to say last time, which means this time I can be a bit more slow. I'm also pretty tired, but I'm going to try and get this thing out.
On the way to the target site.
So I've been running around in Belfast. Look at this. Isle of Man is part of England. Seems like the least likely person to have it, but there you go. See, I'm here in Belfast, and I basically have two things I'm upkeeping in Kenya right now. That is my trees and my factory expansion. And then I have two things I'm doing in Belfast, which is starting a shop and starting a land trust. But mostly what I'm doing right now is trying to prod people into doing the jobs they've promised me. And that means... So Jerry Carl is an old friend of my sister's. He has a seat in Parliament, but he's decided that he doesn't want to do activism anymore. He just wants to help his little neighbors get cats out of trees. And he kind of owes it to the activist community because we got him his seat. So I walked into his place and his secretary basically swore at me. So now I'm going to make a point of breaking open Jerry, or possibly Jerry's team, to help with my endeavors, if not Jerry himself. But part of that, I was wanting to go there this morning, go to Jerry's office this morning with Ryan Barnes, who is this little shop owner I'm definitely going to be involving in the campaign. But then Ryan woke up this morning. Well, he may not have even woken up yet. I haven't heard from him all day. He did not attend our little thing I promised. So that was another fairly useless endeavor this week. And then my cousin, who is working on finding me a customer now here in Belfast, which I think might be a pretty good option, but my cousin has woke up this morning in a panic that she wasn't going to be able to solve the problem, that she couldn't make international calls. And I'm like, well, you could just buy an international... look at this. He's made it much harder to seize Germany. But I will. But anyway, I was saying my cousin decided she couldn't handle it, and then I'm like, well, you can just buy the card. And she's like, oh, right, yeah, I can buy the card. So everyone always feels like they can't do what they clearly can do, and a huge amount of my job is convincing people of their own abilities, kind of. Which is funny. And yeah, so she could find the card, no problem. This guy here can sober up, no problem. I just need to convince him of it. And even Jerry can contribute to an international movement without betraying his community, and I just need to convince him of that. So that's what I do, is go around convincing people of their own power. It's kind of fun. The shopkeeper people are the ones that are most in tune. The capitalists, of course, have the incentive to do a good job with this. So they called me back. A guy's going to advise me on the legal side of starting this business, and he calls me today at 4 p.m. All happy to talk. We had a nice conversation. He was in England, some inter-British English thingo, and he's putting me in the right department to talk to someone about Northern Ireland. So this is going to progress the story.
Chancellor, I have worrying news regarding alien behavior.
They're stealing people and, like, cows, but also people to abduct us to see what's going on. Now I need to research what they're up to. So, yeah, I mean, one nice thing is that I've given myself 4 more weeks for the shop, 12 more weeks for the trust. So the trust is going slow, but I do have 12 weeks. In the shop, I should be able to get something together much more quickly, theoretically. Alright, Azerbaijan is mine. I'm taking Azerbaijan because I'm gonna loot it. Research alien methods. But I'm not gonna research that quite yet. I'm gonna research this. Now we're going to do this. And yeah, I'm feeling like some days I'm feeling really good when I'm here, some days I'm feeling a lot less good. And today was not a good day. It was a day full of obstacles. But the obstacles are getting smaller. The good days are getting better. And the bad days are getting less bad. So that is fantastic. And yeah, I'm just running around pushing people, prodding people, trying to make things happen. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to make things happen. Well, I'm fairly confident, much more confident than anyone else is. They look at me and think that I'm not going to succeed. But I generally do, and some of it is that I have secret weapons they're not aware of, but more of it is just... like, people in this age... So this is a problem in this game. I'm going to need to conquer Germany. Can't really do without. The people in this age are definitely strongly discouraged from believing they have agency to change the world, right? And people generally do have a lot of power if they put their minds to it, but everyone's told they're just little guys and they can't do anything but watch media and sleep and cry alone, and that is how the world is. And people of this age of mine really seriously believe it. They just believe it. And I don't, my sister doesn't, a few other people. I think I'm gonna convince Ryan to quit drinking and start changing the world. You can absolutely do it, and I think it's worthwhile. But it's not the zeitgeist. The zeitgeist is that we're all little worthless wee dudes. There's nothing to be done. Alright, so I think I'm gonna get this guy and this guy both, basically. So I'm about to recruit a new guy in this game. And I think what I'm gonna do is throw Sinan Yao out of the party and replace her with a scientist. And then I have this David Brown here, who's an Ulsterman. He's from Belfast. This is a lot of these guys are fully random, some of them aren't fully random, and they've given us an evangelist who's from Belfast, and I think not right now, he has a crew, for example. He often has some, like, firebrand kind of traits. Crew means that he's basically mafia, so he's a mafia evangelist from Belfast. So that is a funny guy to have pop up here. So I'm gonna grab him. There's a number of good ones here. He's a quick learner, that's very good. And then this scientist here is a social scientist, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna change it up. Put a few people. Let me just finish up the turn. It'll be easier to change it. I guess I'll change it off camera. I'm not sure, but I'll change it all up after the turn of the turn. Alright, so that's a bit more of a quieter one, but I think it's worthwhile to not every day tell you all my fun plans and sometimes give you a bit more broad strokes. So I'll see you next week Sunday.